I wanted to try making a Planko 2 video, so here we are with a challenge. Today I got bored and I was like, hey, I'm going to attempt to do a 12 by 12 coaster building challenge. So I decided to just go with the classic Vekoma. Wait, what is this? A Vekoma MK something. It's an MK something. But at the very start there, I was just trying to map out the pathway and figure out how much land I actually have. And then here's my first draft of my coaster, which I'm going to say right now, all of this is going to be deleted in about 2 seconds. Yeah, there it goes. And then I decided, hey, I'm going to just try downwards launch and see how it is. Also, I want to say this now, this is a little bit smaller than an actual 12 by 12. This should be an 11 by 11 kind of, my working space. So I am allowed to go a little bit into the white. Just don't go past it. And I will also be going into the ground a little bit with this. This will also be removed here. This is kind of my third draft, you could say. Third. Did I have another one before this? No, this is just the second draft. Also, another thing, I never believed these statistics before I checked myself, but 85% of you guys are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, that would help me greatly. Thanks. Also, follow me on Insta. So as I was saying that, you saw me building my top hat element. That is quite close to the edge, and all those supports you see there. I will be making custom supports for this, but I am going to warn you now, I have never made custom supports, and I don't know how to do it. So they honestly turned out like crap, but you'll see them at the end of this video. And then here I'm just giving a little bit of smoothing, like one does. And then here we have, honestly, one of my favorite moments on the ride. I don't know why. I just really liked making it, and I think it looks cool off-ride too. And then here we are, we're coming to approach the station right now, so I can get my, roll over the station, as Vekoma pretty much has made it a tradition now. Also, I want to say this now too, I have a few mods installed. The big one that you guys will notice as I'm making this is no track limits. Yes, sometimes I can't smooth something, but that's just because it is a brake run, launch, or something like that, and the mod doesn't allow me to smooth that. Then here you can see me going underground, and I just removed it at first. And that is pretty much the coaster. This brake run I really struggled with. I did not know what to do here, and that is not the final brake run. I'll tell you that now. And then here I wanted to go with like a hunter green with a little brighter green as well. And then I just went with like a black, gray, dark gray for the train. And here, just going through the layout. And then I see how horrible that finale is. Oh wait, I didn't even see how horrible the finale is at first. I just needed to add a trim because I noticed it going too fast. Then I smoothed it a little too much here, so some of the elements I will have to go back and fix. I don't know when I do that, but I will have to do that eventually. And then I come back for this. I really don't know what I was thinking. I figured it out later. I mean, it's not super realistic what I did, but it's still fine. It's better than whatever the heck this is. Alright, we are finally nearing the final design of this. This is not quite it, but we are getting much closer. There we go. I finally figured it out. Just give it that extra piece so it can smooth properly. And then I looked at that odd profiling right there and noted that I gotta fix that. And I do right now, actually. Okay. That's actually the only profiling I think I did fix. I just got a little lazy with this project. I think I worked on this for like 2 hours total just because I was kind of dilly-dallying. And then here we are. I did a little bit of terraforming. I will be doing more soon, but right now I'm just attempting to throw in an exit and a queue line. And then I'm going to make a really, really ugly station. And I didn't even realize at first, but this is destroying the ground because I went underground. But I'll fix that in a little bit here too. And then this is me being an idiot, not actually knowing how paths work. So I tried to come in from the opposite direction and it just wouldn't connect up. And then obviously that wouldn't connect because that's not the way it's facing. And then here I try again. Nope, it's facing the other way. And then I just was like, I'll connect it up right here. And then I really struggled to remove that for a minute too. And also you'll see that they're not just like a really smooth black path, like because I had it elevated. So now they have that little like notch in it. And then here I am searching for concrete and realize the game doesn't even have concrete. So I just use plaster because it's pretty smooth and nice texture. And this, I was like, I really hated it in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing with it. And then I just decided, you know what, I'm taking that out. And then I decided to shorten it as well. Right there, yes. Decided to shorten it to 2 just so that is in it. And then I made this half a little lower. And I'll smooth it out here in a second. Just like that. And then this is when the real monstrosity starts happening. I attempt to custom sport. This is about my second time ever trying to custom sport. I said it was my first before, but really me putting down a pillar and then giving up, is that trying? No, I don't think so. So here we are with this. And I know the banking, I need to bank it off the track correctly, but I was near the edge here as well, so I didn't want to go out of bounds for that. And then I have this mess going on here. 2 different sizes, and nothing else. And then there I'm like, okay, wait, I actually need to bank some of these a little bit, so I decided to do that. And then of course, a little more smoothing, because a coaster can never be too smooth, even though this actually isn't one of my smoother roller coasters. It's one of the rougher ones, if I'm honest. And then this, I didn't want to intrude too much on the path, and then I was trying to figure out how I should support it over the station, when I was like, I need to make a coaster station building. So I struggled with this for about like 10 minutes because I didn't know what to do. This side, I did it much better, in my opinion. Then over here, just a little path. Also, none of the blocks are actually aligned correctly, as you can probably see. But it's fine. It's not horrible. And then here, I'm trying to figure out a roof, which I pretty much just ditch all of these designs until... Yeah, I just keep the bare bones of it. There's not actually a roof on the building at the end. It's just a net, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. This isn't super realistic, all right? And then here I'm putting in a little bit of a fence. The only fence that I actually put in. We didn't do any don't die fences. And I really struggle with like fences like this too. I don't know why. I'm just not good at Planko. But I do have fun playing the game, so hey. And then over here I'm figuring out what tree I want to use, and my foliage, it's not actually accurate to anything. I mean, I've got like London and then tropical foliage, so it's not like, it's not great, but it's not the worst either. And then this is my my really great custom sport to keep the track in place, yeah. And then I decided to put a few connectors on, and I didn't actually know how to use the connectors. So yeah, it's fine. You know, I put them down. That's all that matters. Here are my London trees. And then my nets. And I didn't even realize, oh sorry. I didn't even realize I still had different sizes on for those, so they just kept appearing differently, and I was really confused. And also here, I didn't actually match the height of my supposed concrete, like, valley, whatever it's called, to the actual height. I probably should have paid more attention to that, but once again, it's fine. But I actually am someone who really, really loves doing like rock work and foliage and all that, even though it never looks great. Okay, here we are in present day. You know, the supports, I didn't finalize them. I don't care that much. I'm not good with custom sporting, and I haven't actually done it before, so it was a good experience, but it's still, you know, it was still fun. In the building, I really just didn't try on. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's not amazing. But it doesn't look like my worst coaster station, so it's fine. But I'll do a queue walk real quick, you know, not that much of a queue walk. And then I'll also do a little bit of foliage views and that kind of thing. And then there's my really bland station. And I didn't actually add any lights onto this coaster, so oopsie, but it's fine. And you can see my custom sports right now. It looks horrible. Also, I can't hide HUD with my keyboard, I don't think, so we're just going to be seeing the UI. The UI. I think it looks pretty good off-ride, too. Rock work is alright. That little gap is odd. It's not horrible, though. The custom sports, once again, you can really see. I didn't want to protrude out of my square. That I could build on the white, but I didn't want to go further than that, so I kept it a little smaller. There's my 0G roll over the station. Well, not 0G roll. It's kind of just a roll. Yeah, not super accurate to anything. I think it looks pretty good off-ride as well. It's just a small, nice, compact-looking coaster. Not horrible. I'll show a POV.